And we are live. Hello, everybody. Let's make sure that I've got everybody on. But welcome to Quill and Sword. This is a show where we love dark fantasy. So if you don't like dark fantasy, if you don't like horror tropes, this may not be your jam. There may be some triggers and things in there. So find another stream. There's lots of great D&D streams everywhere. That being said, also we love Syrinscape. Syrinscape is what we use for our sound effects. And I have these lovely people with me. We're gonna roll a d4 and figure out who's doing recap first. Who is the unlucky soul that gets to start us out?
Please, not me. I have to turn on Syrinscape.
It's Marissa.
Okay. So, when we started last week, we were back at the Elven Village, and we were making a plan to go do whatever we had to do. So we were still in the kind of the shop tent, and we did a bit of not really looting, but just, shopping without paying for items. And we got some pretty cool stuff. I can't remember what everybody else got, but I got some spider silk and a fancy bridle for my boy Steve when we were able to bring him back. And then we left the tent, and the whole village was basically empty. Like, everybody had left. We couldn't find anybody. And then I'm gonna go ahead and pass it to Anu, or SENITA.
Same.
Nobody remembers.
For those watching us stream, we had a whole conversation before we started about how many of us don't really remember what happened last time, because it's been a crazy couple of weeks on personal scales.
Okay, so we left the tent, and as confused as we were, we decided to call the little child to help us figure out what was going on. That happened, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Argent.
Argent, that's the name. Yes. And Argent explained some things to us. I remember that conversation, but not the words. And I will pass it off to Vera.
Who does not remember a dang thing. I know we must have done something that got us into combat, because I'm looking at the fact that I'm down a lot of hit points, but I cannot for the life of me remember what that was. I know that we found the ruin where we think the summoning that has caused all the problems in this forest happened. And like, there were vines everywhere, and there were carvings on the walls, and I will pass it to Robin. See if they remember any of it.
I do remember something. I remember that some of the carvings were of gods, and one of them was of Baba Lysaga. And I remember saying hi to her, and her putting fingernails on the inside of my fucking throat, and it was awful. And like, I can still feel it as we speak. And then we ended up in the Feywild somehow.
Right.
Yep, and also I'm surprised nobody brought up the spider bats. Those are terrifying.
That's
right.
what it was. It was the spider bats. That's
I got to
right.
do some parkour and stab one of those.
Yeah. So yeah. With that being said, you guys. You know what? We didn't do our intro. Let's do the intro. I know things. I just don't act like it. Here, we're gonna.
What's happening?
All right, there we go. Hey, we're back. We're back. So, we're just gonna dive into this. So all of you have found yourselves in a land where the grass is shades of pink and red. The sky is currently a blue-violet mingled with yellow. And the trees are lush, though they appear a bit sickly, with gray bark.
You just take a nap in your phone?
Now, just to double check, Steven, all four of us are here, even Nim, because Nim couldn't cross here before. Okay.
Yep. Whatever happened, you managed to get Nim to cross here.
It's like magic.
So, I feel like looking at my current status, first thing I want to do is I actually think I should eat one of those better berries that I have, because I'm not in great shape right now.
Okay.
So
you can absolutely do that. You get the benefits of a long rest.
Wonderful. Love it. Bump that down and long rest. Yes.
I have not been touched. And like these last few matches.
Shut up with your unhittable dex stats.
Rogues, man. Rogues. That's where it's at.
Yeah. Sounds about rogue.
So, is there anything in the area that looks like something that isn't just the general landscape? Anything that looks like a point worth traveling to, or is it just all what you described earlier?
So you do see, give me a perception roll actually to see if you recognize what this is. You do see like a lot of like mountainous sort of like jutting ledges and things. If you've ever been to like West Virginia or something and walked the forest trails where you have like natural tunnels and things like that.
I got 13.
13, that's enough. You do manage to distinguish that one of these tunnels seems to be carved. And it looks like it has these carved spikes that kind of hang down almost like stalactites. But when you pay attention to where it is, it actually starts to form this centipede body. And you see that just above the treetops, you can see the poking up of this flower mouth that is all too familiar.
Yay.
Steven, I have a question.
Yes.
So when we were in that human village that had been kind of corrupted with magic, did that negatively impact my magical ring?
It did actually. But now all it does is it goes dark instead of lighting up.
Okay. So Nim is kind of just pointing it around, being in this weird place that she doesn't understand.
It is like an obsidian ring right now.
Well,
I'm gonna put my hood back, stow my mask in an interior coat pocket, and I'm just gonna casually be blue.
Okay.
Because I want to match the decor.
Okay.
that's a good look for you.
Thank you.
A nice color. I apologize in advance if I do make a joke or two about you seeming a little blue today.
I would be so disappointed if you didn't.
So, Steven, just because I don't think we hit it in the recap, what precisely happened right before we got sent here?
So you guys had performed a ritual, actually, a blood ritual to get to this place. There was that, if you remember, there was a cavern and it had tales about the history of the world and of the gods and how the gods are really, or at least seem to have been, according to this particular legend and lore, they seem to have been mortals at one point who sealed away Crom, Baba, and a creature called Maris Zeal.
Okay, so this cavern with what you have described to us obviously is evoking Crom. Is there anything within sight that's evoking any of the other deities we saw on the wall, or just him?
So it does seem that currently only Crom is represented, but you do notice a lot of those same sort of sigils that were there, that were present in the other chamber, that were associated with other gods, but these are carved on the statue of Crom.
Ooh. I don't like the sound of that at all. So anybody else have any notions of what we should do now that we're here? And do we think that the healers from the elf village did what we just did?
I really hope not. I don't want to make that situation worse than it was already.
Yeah, I'm kind of leaning towards no, because I at least I want to think that their main thing was replacing whatever should have been there with the idol to Crom, but you know, also this frickin' thing. So Steven, how big is the entrance to this cavern?
So the cavern itself is actually fairly shallow, but it's wide. So it's about 20 feet all the way around, but it's a very shallow cavern. It's almost more of a almost like an alcove.
Can I send in some dancing lights?
You can. Deeper into the
will.
cavern?
Yeah, I'm trying to use them to figure out the borders in this and to see if there's anything in there.
Okay. Go ahead and make an investigation roll. You have advantage because you have dancing lights.
Ooh. Okay, so investigation. What do I get on that? 22.
22. All right. You can thoroughly investigate, and you are quite certain that there is no creature in here. You do find what looks like maybe a coin of some sort, but it has a hole in it. So maybe it might be an old pendant without a strap. It could be a coin. It's about the size of like a $50.
I'm gonna think if anybody else wants to do something.
Think we should find that cabin we found last time?
I really super don't.
I wouldn't mind.
I'm trying to think of how I would ask this in game. So I lean over to Mask.
Do you think we have special powers here because we couldn't be attacked or bothered or whatever it was that they were doing in the normal world to us? Maybe not special powers, but is there something we can do?
I don't know. We're safe from some things, but we don't have any idea what those things are.
All right. Now whisper Sudi, I'm curious. Steve, how close to the entrance is that coin?
It is maybe 10 feet from it. It's not far at all.
I want to get a closer look at it. I don't want to pick it up yet, but I do want to get a closer look at it.
Okay, so when
We
you get a
have
closer
mage
look
hand?
at it, you
No, I
notice
don't.
that the visage on the coin seems to shift as you walk, almost like if you've ever seen those like pictures that change as you move them and tilt them a little bit. It's like that,
I have mage hand.
and it shifts from an elven man to a human woman to what looks like a halfling, which are like semi-feline creatures.
So, Steven, just given how high my stats are in Arcana and History, would either of those sort of ping what this might be, or any sense of what is going on with this thing?
Give me either one, whichever you prefer. It will affect what knowledge you get from it.
Well, I mean, like, I've got the same stats either way, so let's do it as Arcana, because I think I'm
Okay.
more worried about what magic is involved in this thing. And that's a 27.
27.
Woo.
So this seems to be a holy symbol. A holy symbol of a god that, the only god that your people acknowledge. The Traveler.
I'm going to pick it up.
All right. When you pick it up, it appears that it's not actually magical, but it does have that shifting visage, and when you turn it over to the other side, there's more images with different faces.
Are they all gods?
They are not gods. They are just random individuals that would be unrecognizable.
That is very interesting.
I'm going to flip it, I'm going to catch it, and I'm going to squirrel it away.
Okay. One of them is a fawn, like you,
Lovely.
which your people usually depict the Traveler as a fawn, but you also know that they are renowned for their many glamours. So, and I need everybody's passive perceptions.
20.
11.
I
Wait,
should
are-
have my character sheet open for this.
13.
Yeah, right?
D&D Beyond, please. 12.
Okay. So, only Anu would hear that.
Oh,
As you
Okay.
see what looks like a large creature, like maybe bear-sized or bigger, whoosh with supernatural speed in the trees just beyond.
okay.
You okay, Anu?
There's a bear that went that way, but a super fast bear.
I'm going to look in the direction that is being indicated.
All right, make a perception roll.
Jeez, dice are being very nice today. 18.
18. You see it, but it isn't moving quickly. You see what looks like almost like a gorilla, actually, but it has like a skull face and these tall antlers, and it looks very similar to the Wendigos that you've been facing.
No, thank you.
Except it's got this like black shadowy smoke just kind of wafting off of it. And it's staring directly into the cave at, let me see actually, at Nim.
I want to turn and look where Anu and Wisp are looking.
Okay. So give me a perception roll.
12.
You see what looks like maybe there's a figure, but it could also just be a trick of the trees or the brush.
How far away is this thing, Steven?
It is about 40 feet away. And it is unnaturally silent.
Okay.
Whale gang, I can't tell if that's a shadow or just my eyes, but is that something that I should be concerned about?
I'm concerned.
I think that everything is something to be concerned about here until proven otherwise.
All right, well, I will just be concerned until a plan presents itself. If you have a plan, I would love to hear it.
We have no reason to continue to stand here. We could go.
Nim, I need a charisma saving throw.
Oh dear. Where are my saving throws? Where is that on my sheet?
It should be up near your proficiency.
Oh, there it is. Eight.
8. Nim, you've never actually had goat before. You've had mutton. You know, now that you think about it, you can kind of smell mutton. But it's fresh. And you know what? You can hear the tum, tum, juicy red meat, savory and succulent, standing just out of your reach in wisp.
I freaking knew it!
And you smell their blood beyond the pungent perfumes, the loud soaps that they wear. You smell that meat. You want it. And you guys watch as Nim's eyes widen and her pupils dilate, and you see fangs start to grow from where her incisors are, and you see her hair grows long and shaggy, snapping the bands that hold it in place. And her arms start growing longer as you hear bones cracking and crunching. You see the sinew underneath her skin rippling and recontextualizing with these longer arms. And within seconds, it's not quite a Wendigo yet, but you see something that is very much not Nim staring right at the three of you. I need everybody to roll initiative.
Oh, good. I nat ones.
Yes.
Nat 20.
Oh, good.
Awesome.
Oh, God. 6.
Why are you not? I'm not asking what initiative is. I'm asking you to roll my initiative.
Oh.
That is not the right one. Where is the right one?
Yeah, what music are you gonna traumatize us with?
Right?
Let's actually go with this.
What am I going to listen to while I eat Wisp?
I'm so confused. My initiative's not.
So, yeah. And Nim, I just need you to keep track of what your initiative is. I'm going to message you on the private chat here what you can do, okay?
Oh, God.
Okay, none of my... Hang on, I have to reload D&D Bond. It's like not letting me roll.
Steven, have I told you lately that I hate you?
We should have known when he was drinking out of a skull today.
I am, in fact.
I'm confused. Robin, is your D&D Beyond working?
Yes.
Hang on. Wait. Oh, hang on. I think I know what it is.
I'm rolling with a normal die.
Oh, okay. I wasn't logged in.
Oh.
That explains it. There you Oh, are we being slow again? Guess I'm rolling with normal dice.
I accidentally sent that first message to everybody so everybody knows what rough stat block I'm modifying.
That's okay. I will not click it.
Me neither. Okay, 15.
I will click it, but I'm too lazy to do the legwork to actually figure out what any of that would be.
Oh my god. Okay, hang on. I'm trying to log in to D&D Beyond real quick because I don't use it.
That's valid. Ooh, Parks is drinking from a skull mug too. Nice taste. So, yes, in fact, we are just getting right into the traumatization with this. So I need everybody's initiative rolls real quick while Marissa is looking that up that I told her to look up.
Literally 4.
I got a 6.
I got a 15.
All right. All right, Marissa, did you manage to find it?
Almost. I just got in, and now it's taking a minute to load.
Okay. I can also send you a link if you would like.
I think I just got it. I'm just waiting on it to.
Okay.
Why won't you open? Oh, for the love. Okay, there we go. Okay.
So yeah, you guys are staring at a very deformed Nim. And Nim is going to be up first with whatever she is doing.
Okay. Okay. Sorry, I'm very hungry at this time. And I'm going to attack Wisp.
Okay.
And it appears that I make 2 attacks, one with a bite and one with claws.
Yep.
Stop smiling, Steven! Good God! Okay. So I guess I just roll and see how that goes.
Yep.
$18.
That meets.
Meets beats.
Okay. So, okay, wait. I'm trying to look at these modified stats plus what I've got. So I'm gonna bite. So that's 1d8. Tell me if I'm doing this wrong, Steven. So 1d8 plus 4 piercing damage.
No, you're doing +7 instead.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
So 1d8 plus the stats you sent me?
Yes. Yep.
Okay.
Your modifiers are adjusted, your HP is adjusted.
Okay.
Because Steven's a monster.
Okay. So that 1d8 plus 7 is 11.
Oh. Okay.
And then my claws are 2d6 plus 7, correct?
Yes,
Well,
you still have to
don't you
roll
have to
an
roll
attack,
to
though.
attack?
Oh,
Yeah.
after all, okay.
You don't get to hit me with both off one roll.
So what is the bonus to hit? Does that add to the roll? Or...
It's just +12.
Okay. So wait.
Plus what?
Yeah. So I add that to the thing I just rolled? Because I didn't do that last time.
Yes. Yeah, you add
Okay.
that to what you rolled.
Shit. So 22.
Steven,
Yes.
from the bottom of my heart, fuck you.
Right?
Thank you.
Plus 12.
So I'm
Fuck
assuming 22 hits.
Yeah.
So 2d6 plus 7 is 6, 9, 16.
Oh.
I'm really glad you ate that berry before we started this.
Yeah, me too.
By
And,
the way, plus 12 is standard for a CR 13 or 14 creature.
Mm-hmm.
Or higher than that.
Yep.
With us down a party member.
Yep.
Uh-huh. Alright. Sure.
Yep. Nim,
This is where we die.
I need you to make a charisma saving throw.
Okay. Let me go back to that sheet.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I've got you jumping a little bit.
It's all good. 23.
23. Tell me, Nim, what memory of Wisp warms your heart in this moment and breaks you as you hear their cries of pain as you lash out against them?
Which of the flavors of me cascading down your throat warms you the most?
So, Nim remembers all the nights that we spent at the pumpkin carriage and just sipping beers after adventures and chatting, and all the times that Wisp sang and danced for the crowd.
Okay. All right. I'm marking 1 success. All right. Anu, you're up.
Okay. What do I do? Like, is there a way to jumpstart some memories over here? What do I have? Oh, you know what? I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds. on
Okay.
this. Okay. Alright. 1d8 plus 2. I got a d8 in here somewhere. What? No, I think this is a... I think that's a 10. Hang on, I'm sorry. Oh, here it is. Nine.
All right. So Wisp gets 9 back.
Okay, thank you.
Are you doing anything else, Anu?
Can I do it again? Or can I only cure wounds once?
You can only cure wounds once, but you have a bonus action you can use for a cunning action.
Cunning action. Can I turn invisible?
Sure.
Let me stay out of the way and heal.
Okay. So, like a flash, just fading into the murky shadow, Anu is gone. It's like a World of Warcraft rogue. And now we have Wisp. Wisp, you have just been bitten. And clawed.
Yes, I have. 2 questions.
Yes.
Can I still assign Anu as a dance partner if I can't see her?
Nope, you gotta be able to see the person.
Okay, so I'm assigning Mask as my dance partner.
Okay.
And 2, is that thing still in the tree?
It looks like it is.
Fireball!
Fireball! Okay!
Fireball the goddamn tree.
All
I
right.
forgot about the thing in the tree, but
I didn't want to say anything because I wanted you to, like, working your own thing. I didn't want to give you meta knowledge if you weren't remembering that.
Oh, yes.
So, okay.
How does your fireball look as a bard, Wisp?
So, it is going to be the tip of every finger lights up in fluctuating rainbow colors. Hands get clapped together. And then in the middle forms the fireball. The outer edges of it are sort of pearlescent and with shifting colors, but as you get in, it does the red to orange to white hot. And thrust it forward, it expands as it goes out.
All right. So you blast this entire tree line with a pyrotechnic burst that explodes.
Oh, and for the record, Stephen, I'm doing this at 4th level.
4th level, okay. So the Wendigo got a 12 on its save.
Which doesn't do it, because it needed a 15.
So you roll all of those damage dice.
All right, let me see here.
Should be like 10d6 or something.
It's 9d6. If I'd done it at level 5, it would have been 10. So that's 28 fire damage.
Okay. So the second you blast this thing with fire and you see the tree line just erupts in flames, leaves immediately incinerate to ash. The creature vanishes. Just... And Nim, you feel like you're having a heart attack. And you guys hear the crunching of bones once again. You see that rippling under her skin. And you see that the fangs withdraw and she crumples to the ground.
I would like to catch her since I haven't gone. I still have my reaction.
Absolutely, you can do that. Nim is no longer a victim of the Wendigo spirit.
Whew.
Are we still in combat?
You are not still in combat.
Okay.
Okay, good.
Unless you want to be, you can continue to fight each other. That's fine.
Nope, that's okay.
Lose immediately.
Hands.
Nim is just going to put her head in her hands and cover her face and refuse to speak.
Hey, you're okay. You're going to be okay. Take as long as you need.
Nim, it's okay. It wasn't your fault. I just hope I was tasty.
Nim reaches into an apron pocket and pulls out a healing potion that she got from the shop lady at the Elven Village and passes it to Wisp.
I will take that and I will sling that back. What should that be adding in to my health there, Stephen?
Oh, I forgot to mention, I wanted, recently in my game group, I've been using new health potion rules. They work really nicely. Instead of rolling it, you just get the max benefit, which is 10 total health.
Lovely.
Can we have different colored potions? Like red potion does health, green does mana, and blue does both?
So you just want it to be Legend of Zelda.
Just a little bit.
I see you. I see you. Thank you, Nim. Thank you.
All
How
Nim
much
does
hit
is
points do
nod.
you have?
Well, at the very least, you can say that you are an absolute snack now, Wisp.
I'll put it on my business cards.
And yeah, you guys find yourselves in the wild. And it's so strange. It almost looks like where that spirit was standing, there was a path, but it was blockaded by plants and interwoven thorns and vines, and it seems to have opened up.
For lack of any other point of destination, shall we?
Sounds like a plan.
Nim just
In for a
nods.
penny, in for a pound.
I will take point on this.
Okay. So, Wisp, you can choose to make either an Arcana roll or a survival check to navigate here.
Arcana.
All right.
That's a very easy call.
Okay.
That wasn't a great roll though. 14.
14. So you know enough about the wild that you've heard stories from your people that suggest that when navigating the wild, it's less about the journey and more about the destination. It's a lot more in the wild about what you want and letting yourself have it. So as you start navigating, as you start walking through this forest, you start to feel some different pulls on your heart. One of them is decadence, opulence, and a good time, but potential betrayal and intrigue.
Sounds like courts.
Another pull is murk and wetness and plants and stench and fog and the potential for healing. And a third pull that you feel, it's almost like a cozy hollow, a place where you can find solace, where you can find comfort, but where you are out in the open. Which of these three calls to Wisp the most?
Third one.
Okay. So as you walk, it's so strange. It's almost like the path itself forms and pulls to your beck and call. You travel through these intensely thick woods with brush winding up the trees, thorns occasionally present, but so too are flowers. Vivid mushrooms glowing in all different colors. And the tree canopy ahead, while dense, does have open pockets that let in silvery moonlight and dusky sun. You eventually make your way to a clearing. The clearing possesses a blue-green carpet of grass, thick and verdant. It's soft to the touch. It's intensely comfortable. You see a rock face with a waterfall coming off of it and a small pool surrounded by stones in the area. The entire place is surrounded by trees, and currently this place is unoccupied. The only sounds are the trickle of water and the night crickets.
So I can't guarantee how safe we are here right now because I don't know what else might know about this spot, but if we want to just take a second and like take stock, this might be a decent place to do it.
Okay.
I would set up a hut, except that if we're still dealing with Wendigo nonsense, I would super prefer not to deal with that crap.
Yep.
Wiz kind of pauses, though. Having said that, with the way those things that we dealt with before on the normal plane reacted to magic, my fireball should not have scattered that thing off. So maybe the rules are different here.
The rules are different for about everything here, aren't they?
Yeah. It's just a question of precisely how.
Nim just looks down at her feet and kind of kicks the pink grass around. Is everything magic here? Is that?
Basically, yeah.
Yeah, this place is magic.
Well, I mean, I don't have anything to add, but maybe magic doesn't hurt them the same way. Maybe they feed off of it in the normal world because they like it so much here. I don't know. Like they breathe it here, but they don't get enough where we're from.
Maybe. I'm gonna check something here.
Rain starts to patter on you.
Given the lack of another destination point at this moment, I think I will set up Lehman's tiny hut.
It was
Okay.
either that or an umbrella. I'm kidding, I don't have an umbrella.
All right, so Wisp, you summon the hut just as the rain starts to fall. And the spell warps as you cast. And when you do, the entire thing almost creates like an extra dimensional pocket. More than just the force hut that you're used to. A setting appears with food, clean water, and more. What does this look like for you?
So this, the table that everything is laid out in is not only wood carved, but it looks like it was carved out of a single piece of wood. It's not fitted together pieces, and it's not rigid. It's not hard lines. It bends and it curves, kind of going with the grain of what was there. Despite that, it is sturdy. It is a warm color, and there is a warm glow. Any bowls or plates are also wood, as are the utensils. All of it has the feel of something created with the intent of just existing there, just being and living and dwelling. It's not made to be fancy. It all just exists because it feels like home. Oh, that part's new.
Nice addition.
Steven, I just kind of want to poke the table.
Okay. You poke it, and depending on whether you consider it varnished or sanded or just a sheet of wood, that's what it feels like.
Huh.
I like it.
Yeah, so do I.
Unfortunately, you don't trust it.
Given where we are, I don't trust much.
I think that's very wise of you.
I would very much like to not bite anybody else today, if that's so. But if this table, I don't know. It doesn't seem menacing, but I don't know.
Is there food on the table?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm just gonna eat something. I'm gonna pick something up and take a bite out of it so that we can stop having this conversation.
So, when you eat this bread, the outside crust is crunchy. It's still warm. The inside is pillowy soft. And you notice there's a small little dish with fresh butter. Just shaped into a lump with a small knife beside it. You see a hearty stew in the center of the table with Wisp, what you would know are your own people's special spice blend. Just trademark of the type of cooking that you and your family you grew up with always made. Or if you did not grow up with family, perhaps you grew around people. What they made. This is home. This is homey. This is something great. What kind of soup is it?
It is a potato leek soup. There is no meat at the table. There's dairy, there's cheese, there's bread, there's fruits, there's some root vegetables, but there's no meat at the table.
It's a vegetable stew.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, vegetable stew. Stew sounds great.
Im is just going to keep watching Mask after taking that bite, just not believing anything, just waiting for something terrible to happen.
It's very good.
I think it's okay. Look, you guys just settle in. I'm sorry, just like give me a sec. I want to do a quick walk around the perimeter. I'll be back in a minute. And so Wisp will exit the hut and kind of put a hand out in the rain for a minute and seems to be looking for something but not finding it. And then does a little loop around the perimeter that almost seems a little bit rushed and a little bit cursory. And then comes back into the hut. I think we're about as okay as we're gonna be. I've got to grab a piece of food and start eating just because I'm clearly very uncomfortable.
Nim's going to watch Wisp.
You don't look like food to me, if that's what you're worried about.
Well, but I still look like me, right? You don't feel anything else? Have you checked your pulse? Do your knees feel solid? Do you have any sort of tickling on the bottoms of your hooves? Is there anything that it feels out of the ordinary? I am not a medical professional by any means, but I just, these all seem like they might be signs of something.
Wisp is gonna get up and like do a little tap dance with her hooves on the ground and do a spin and sit back down and go, I'm fine.
Nim's going to keep an eye on Wisp, reach onto the table and grab a bit of fruit and then eat it.
So I'm going to, I'll have a little bit of bread and a little bit of stew and just dip and eat.
Okay. And when you dip, it is savory. It is creamy. The potatoes are soft. The leeks give it just enough depth. And there's that good black pepper and salt ratio.
Nim grabs a bowl as well.
Okay.
And also for every piece of bread she grabs, she puts a little bit in her apron for later. Also with the fruit as well.
As we're casually.
Oh, okay.
Are you okay?
Yes, I'm fine.
Okay. Yeah, as we're just casually sitting here eating dinner, I'm just going to like casually adopt my elf Sona. That's just who I feel like being at dinner today.
Valid. No, just said valid.
Oh, no. I was sent a message.
Ah. Steven's doing stuff behind everybody's backs.
Steven's doing stuff behind what is going on in this Wylde?
Yeah, a little bit.
Steven's grounded.
Bad Steve. Bad.
See, this is where you get the advantage of doing these over something like a Zoom call, in that he can literally send information to only one person. It's harder to do in person setting.
Oh, it's so good.
Nim? Are you okay?
Where did he? Did anybody?
Well, for me, it was Angelique.
I saw Ben.
I saw Elias.
I saw something too.
Is this a vision soup?
No, I saw what I saw before I had any of the soup. This thing is, it seems to be very much playing with deep-rooted wants, desires, things that we care about a lot. And I would just caution that at this point, I don't know if it's doing that so that we feel comfortable or so that we let our guard down.
Well, I don't feel comfortable, and I don't imagine that's going to happen anytime soon. So there's that, but I do suppose my guard is down a smidgen with the meal and what have you.
You know, if we could never end up back here again, I think I'd be actually quite okay with that.
I feel the same, and I've only been here, this time.
You've been through more than enough. Given that.
Should we hurry up and eat and get some rest, or should we have watches?
I think a watch is a good idea.
That is definitely a good idea.
I'll take first watch. I'm a little on edge right now.
All right. So do the rest of you rest?
Yes.
Okay.
Is it safe to press the button?
It is safe to press the button. Wisp,
Yes.
could you please give me either Arcana, Insight, or Perception?
I'm gonna roll Arcana. 25.
25. You feel like this pool in the middle of the clearing wants you to come over to it. It wants you to look. It wants you to drink. It wants you to bathe. It's alive.
I'm going to approach it. So is it still raining?
It is still raining.
It is still raining. I'm going to approach it slowly. Just let me know if, as I'm getting closer to it, if I notice anything more distinct about it as I approach it.
As you approach, you notice what looks like flecks of glitter, maybe, on the air rising up from it. And it's got just this really subtle, almost comforting blue gleam. It's almost luminous. Every time the water hits it, more of these, every time a raindrop hits the water, it ripples, and more of these little flecks of light sort of waft up from the water.
So by the time I'm at the edge of this thing, what am I looking at?
Yourself in the most idealized version of you. Whatever gear, whatever appearance, you tell us, what does Wisp see?
The appearance is not altered in any way, shape, or form. So that is exactly the same. The outfit is a little bit different. Obviously, what I'm wearing now is a little bit worn. It's travel worn. It's whatever. But so what the outfit is, it's sort of a vest. It's not even a doublet. It's not anything that would be any use in battle, but just this tight, form-fitting, light gray vest, and then on the bottom half is this skirt with multiple slits in it, so that my legs can like come out and go back in and almost vanish inside of it completely, but can just go through the slits in the skirt and have full freedom and range of movement. And there are more accessories. There's bangles on the wrists. There are more earrings. There is more elaborate sort of bracelet on one of the horns. It's just a little bit fancier, but even those things they're not jeweled, they're not sparkling, they're simple, they're silver, but there is more of it.
Okay.
I don't trust that at all.
As you shake your head, you feel a jingling on your horn. Your attire has changed to what you just described.
That's not fair.
Something here is trying to be very hospitable.
You're asleep. Go away.
That's fair.
So, Wisp is gonna sit on the edge of the pool, like cross-legged, so like nothing's dangling in, but not ready to move away from it, but like really just not okay with this thing, but not sure what to do about it.
Okay. Do you remain there for the rest of your watch?
Not intentionally, but yes.
Who's next for watch? Masquerade, when you awaken, you see Wisp, or someone who looks a lot like Wisp, but they are attired very differently from how you remember they were when you went to sleep.
Mm-hmm. So I'm gonna sidle on over there, and I'm gonna kind of like lean over, cock my head, and I'm going to be like, the very first time all of us met, what did Anu do that was extremely uncouth and almost ruined the party?
It's the chandelier. It's always the chandelier.
Okay, so you're you. How did this happen?
I looked into the water and saw this, and then was this.
I see.
I don't know what's going on.
Are you worried about it?
Yeah, I am. And I'm also really worried because I am liking too much of it, and I'm liking it a lot, and that Feels like something that's going to be used against me.
Deep breath. It's okay. It's okay. Something here clearly wants you to like it.
I'm gonna get some sleep. I should do that. I should do that anyway.
Okay.
Maybe don't look in the pool if you can help it. I don't know. Maybe it's only me. I don't know. And I'm not even gonna wait for a response. I'm gonna go back into the hut and sort of lay down and cover my head.
Masquerade.
Well, enough of that. Yes.
As you start your watch, it takes several minutes. You start to feel the pull of the water. It wants you to come gaze. It wants you to drink. It wants you to bathe.
Yeah, I'm not gonna try to avoid taking a peek. I mean, I'm curious. I am a very curious person.
Okay. When you look into the water, you see the most idealized version of yourself. What does that look like?
I mean, it's not really about what that looks like, is it? I can look like whatever I want. It's more about what that feels like, and that is about not feeling anxious about anything that's happening and being confident that I can protect everyone. And maybe I guess that would mean that this version of me is armored, like looking like the proper knight that I've always wanted to be, rather than the clown that is clearly pretending to be that.
And as you look, you see this visage of you, but armored. The jester's mask almost like woven into part of the face mask
helmet
of the helmet.
Yeah, that's really cool.
And you see layers of rippling cloth coming out from plates, making a drapery so that it's almost both an armor and a costume at once. Lithe like you, yet segmented in a way that it allows for great ease of movement. And as you sort of just shift your weight, you feel the shuffle of the armor, and you realize that you are wearing that now.
And I'm gonna take a moment to check it out. I roll a little bit. Has this changed my AC at all? I can't wear armor. I'm a monk.
So in fact, it does add 1 to your armor class.
Okay. I was warned. I was.
Steven, that begs the question. Did I just tank my armor class? Because
Nope.
what I'm in now is just normal nonsense.
Nope. In fact, you feel that, while it is a simple, vest, it's almost like when you pull, it's almost like that spider silk that Nim had found, where it has some give, but then it's also very strong. So you haven't, in fact, tanked your armor class.
Okay. So just leave stats as are for that then?
Yep. But you do have all that jewelry that you just described. Masquerade, yeah, the pool. Something has changed with it and with you.
Okay. I'm gonna glance back over again because now I'm curious as to if something's different, I want to know what that is.
So you see the reflection of you now. Make an Arcana or a Perception roll. Your choice.
Ooh. Good question. Perception is the better score. Oh, that's gonna be a 5.
A 5. Okay. You know that the pool wants you to do more with it than just gaze, but beyond that, you don't feel anything, really. No prompt.
I'm just gonna drag fingers over the surface and leave it at that.
Okay. When you do, you actually draw images in light just beneath the surface of the water, trailing your finger. And it feels really nice. It's warm enough to be inviting, yet cool enough to offer refreshment.
Cool. Yeah, I'm not going in or anything. No, I'm just gonna sit here.
Okay.
Make sure nothing bad happens.
All right. You stay there for your watch?
I do.
All right. Who's next for watch? Is it Anu or Nim?
That's me. Nim had an emergency real quick.
Okay. So Anu, you are next. And when you approach, you see someone wearing very different clothes from Masquerade sitting up, watching you, watching the pool.
I'm still in my elf persona. So it is a face you recognize at least.
Either we're gonna have to pay a hefty price, or we're about to get into some shit.
Oh, I'm sure we're about to get into some shit. It happened to Wisp too.
Yep.
And when you look, you now see Wisp is in fact clothed very differently from how you remembered them being.
On the other hand, this is the most confident that I have ever felt, so you might want to take the leg up on its offer. Wisp would advise otherwise. I do feel like it's important to say that, so just, use your judgment there.
Was it possible to... So was it possible that door... Because I don't rest. I trance.
Mm-hmm.
Your roll, what I figured out in my trance. So you could let me.
Let's see. Make an insight roll.
Insight. All right. Where's my dice? I gotta get my cards out of the way. Where did my D20 go? Oh, right there. Okay. Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. So, yeah. When you trance, just like always, you find yourself in another body, another time. This one carries a staff. Short hair shaved on one side. And robes of fur just layered over one another. You walk through this same clearing. You approach the water. You drink from it. It's cool. It's refreshing. And you know that this clearing holds a secret. But what that is, your people have never uncovered it. You suspect it has something to do with wishes or desire or something along that line. And you're out of your trance. Just that quick. And you approach Masquerade as you did.
The last time I got what I desired, we had to fight a hag. I turned into a fox. Do I want to be the only one left out? Do I want to wait and see?
Masquerade, do you go to bed?
Oh, yes.
Okay. Anu, you feel the call of the pool. It wants you to look. It wants you to drink. It wants you to bathe. It's alive.
I'm gonna go back to the tent.
To the hut?
Yep.
Okay. You don't approach the pool. You don't do anything with the pool?
No.
Okay. Make a perception check.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. You see something beyond the tree line. Something you never noticed before about this clearing. It is ensconced in a stone wall in all but the opening that leads you back to the path. And in fact, this stone wall is beyond the brush, so you wouldn't see it readily anyway. But as you look closer, you see the stone wall seems to be layers upon layers of a centipede-like creature stacked on top of one another, weaving all around.
Knew some shit was gonna happen.
Doesn't move. It's not alive. It's just a stone wall.
Didn't we kill this thing before? I'm gonna wait for the others to wake up.
Okay. Nim wakes up for her watch. Nim, you see Masquerade is dressed very differently from how they were. So is Wisp.
They go shopping without me?
No, they got their desires granted.
Oh. Oh. Yeah, but how?
The lake over there?
Oh. Well, did you?
No, the last time I did, I got in some trouble with the hag.
Oh. Well, I mean, they didn't make a deal, did they?
Nope. But I'm gonna wait and see how this plays out.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll just go take my watch if you want to, go trance or have some leftover soup or, I don't know, draw on their faces while they sleep. It's up to you.
Yeah, I'll do that. Thank you.
Okay, so you Jigglypuff them.
Mean.
Nim, you feel the draw of the pool. It wants you to come look, to drink, to bathe. It's alive. What do you do?
I definitely walk towards it. I am still wary, but if Wisp and Mask both did it, I feel okay about it. Also, Nim still kind of judges Anu a little bit for the whole chandelier incident and doesn't necessarily trust Anu's judgment. So
Okay. Valid.
Well, that's a long held grudge at this point.
it was such a lovely chandelier.
Nim, you approach the water, and you look down. You see the most ideal version of yourself. What does that look like?
Nim sees herself, well, the form that she is most commonly in, but the posture is taller and rigid, but not in an uncomfortable or a mean way, more in a steadfast and confident way. Her clothes are less for working and more for political reasons, so she looks very put together and polished, and would be able to go into any situation and speak and get the resources she needs to affect the most change for the people she cares about.
Okay. You find yourself dressed in what looks like the finest Voiresian ball gown that one could muster, because so often these political arrangements are made at the balls, the galas, the salons. And you find yourself holding a fan, a very ornate lace fan. Your hair is done immaculately, with just enough makeup to be tasteful. And you see jewels adorning your neck, your ears, in such a way, once again, to frame your face, to accentuate the natural confidence you exude. You feel more yourself now than you've ever felt before. The pool invites you to come closer, to engage more.
Nim, enjoying the ball gown, kind of goes into a bit of a waltz and goes closer to the pool.
Okay. And you see those little flecks of light just wafting up as the raindrops hit the surface of the water. Anu, when you blink just once, all of a sudden, Nim is wearing very different attire, and she's walking closer to the pool. The pool invites you to touch Nim, to drink, to bathe.
Nim wants to pull back, but also Nim just feels comfortable with this idea because, I mean, surely Mask and Wisp did this too. So she reaches, bends over to just touch. She just wants to run her fingers across the surface of the pool.
Okay. And light traces your finger movements just beneath the surface in lines and ripples that can draw whatever you want before fading gradually.
Nim just writes her name.
And you can write your name, and it fades after just a little bit. You feel the soothing coolness of the water, yet it's also warm. It smells sweet.
Nim keeps running her hands through it and eventually cups both of her hands to grab some to drink.
Okay. And you drink. And when you do, if you hadn't had the benefits of a long rest, you would gain the benefits of a long rest. You also, for the next 24 hours, have advantage on every roll you make.
Fantastic.
The pool invites you to do more. To dip a toe in. To bathe.
Nim does.
All right. So you dip your toe in, and it's so cool. It's so refreshing. And you feel like you could just keep going and keep going, and you just step. And it's almost like it happens without you even realizing. And you step again, and it's almost like a staircase. There's no bottom to this pool, yet you're walking on solid footing. And before you know it, your head is submerged.
Damn it, Nim.
And you can breathe. And you just keep walking towards this blue crystal light. And as you walk closer and closer, it just shifts a little bit. Turquoise. green, electric gold, yellow. And Anu, you watch as Nim, once again, she was just dipping her toe in the water, and the next thing you know, sploosh, and she is not there.
Oh my god, I'm gonna wake up the others.
Okay. Nim, the light calls to you. It wants to give you so much. Everything you want, and more. It just needs you to tell it your greatest desires, and it will be able to give them all to you.
Nim feels hesitant because she remembers something like this with Anu and the hag, and while everything so far has been good, she remembers something from earlier that day that wasn't good. Maybe it's not a good idea to make the deal right here.
There's no deal. There is no price. Just gifts. Only ever gifts.
Lies. All the lies.
And it's almost like you begin hearing this rumbling voice. Maybe it's more of a feeling. It starts in your stomach and then goes into your head. Baba asks for prices. I offer freely.
Who are you? Nim asks.
The one who has partaken in all of life's pleasures and more. Who wants to share this experience with you. I am not the evil they claim I am. I am the benevolent. I am Crom. And Anu, you go to wake everybody up. How are you waking everybody up?
I'm pouring water on their face.
Okay. From the pool?
No. Wait.
Ooh.
Yes, from the pool.
Okay. So, you take the water and you splash it on Wisp, and then you go and get another handful and splash it on Masquerade. Wisp. You would get the benefits of a long rest, and you have advantage on every roll you make for the next 24 hours. And Masquerade, the same thing happens to you.
Feeling I'm gonna need it.
Get mad at me later. We have to go get Nim out of that water before she does something that makes all the regret.
Just gonna go in. I'm not even gonna question it. Nim is in the water.
Okay, when you look toward the water now, it is a searing amber. No longer welcoming blue.
See? Some shit is happening. I touched the water.
Does anybody have a rope? I don't.
Oh yeah, that's probably a good idea. Do I still have my hat?
Nope, you have your armor.
Do I have the things that I had in my hat in my pockets?
It's in your bag.
Oh good, I start pulling out the interlocked handkerchiefs that I keep on me.
Okay.
Tie them off somewhere and then I go in.
All right.
Hold on.
Wait.
I am no. If I see you doing that, I'm going to forcibly try to stop you. You are in armor. You will sink to the goddamn bottom.
I start throwing the armor off.
Let me go. I will go.
Just let. It's going to take you too long to get out of that. Let somebody else go.
Oh my god, fine. Go, but promise me you will bring her back in one piece.
That's the plan.
All right, so Anu, I need an athletics roll as you try to swim down.
gonna use my inspiration on that one.
Okay.
Not much better. I got a 10.
A 10. All right. And you, as you're swimming, you start to feel the same sort of feeling that Nim felt. You hear the same words, the same promises of opulence, luxury, whatever your heart desires.
It's very nice. My only desire is to get Nim and get out of here.
And Nim, you feel a pull as you are interacting with this entity, with what has identified itself as Crom. And you see what looks almost like now seaweed, kelp, as you're getting deeper, stones, they all sort of coalesce, forming what looks like a humanoid shape, almost like a man's body. And its hand reaches for you. I can give you so much if you but take my hand. And Anu, you just now, because you want to find Nim, you see Nim about 10 feet ahead of you, swimming toward what looks like a humanoid figure.
Don't do it! Don't do it!
You're underwater. She can't hear you.
Everyone's talking.
Your words just drown in the water. You can breathe, but for some reason you can't speak down here.
Okay.
And Nim, all you hear is this voice inviting you, enticing you. Just take his hand.
Can I shoot an arrow underwater?
You can. It'll be at disadvantage, but because you have advantage, it cancels out.
All right.
Do I recognize the voice that's saying just take his hand?
No, it's more of a feeling.
Oh, okay.
A feeling that, you should.
I have my hand up. I'm not reaching yet. I'm still very hesitant.
Okay.
Can I take aim in between the two hands?
It's not going to do you any good because you already have advantage, and it cancels out your disadvantage.
Okay, so it's just a regular roll. All right.
Mm-hmm. The only thing that would really affect this is inspiration.
22.
22. What are you aiming for?
In between the hands. So, it doesn't hit anybody, but it's to draw attention.
Yeah, that's totally valid. You can absolutely do that. And Nim, just as your hand sort of goes up and it's closer, an arrow whizzes between your hand and the other hand from behind you.
A turn. I want to see where that came from.
You see Anu swimming toward you.
Anu, what are you? Well, I mean, I guess I can't talk, but it's just.
Does Nim know ASL? Because I know ASL.
I don't. I know Goblin and Dwarvish, though. Do you know those?
What does the A stand for in this setting?
Oh, right.
As Laurie sign language.
I guess it'd just be ESL then. I just do come hither. Come hither.
Music changes and we're all screwed.
Oh my god. What did I say? Steven, are you frozen?
No, I'm not frozen. I'm waiting on y'all to do something. It's really Nim's response.
Oh yeah, Nim, your response.
So I've looked at Anu. I want to turn back to Crom.
Mm-hmm.
And kind of tilt my head to see. Nim is basically trapped between these two people, this choice. Doesn't know what to do.
You feel a tug on your soul. It tells you, go if you want, but don't expect my gifts later.
Nim turns
Nim yet?
back and goes to Anu, but keeps her eye on Crom the whole time.
Okay. The Crom is just floating there, hand stretched out. Anu, what are you doing?
As soon as Nim gets close by, I'm taking her hand and we're going back to the surface.
Okay. Nim, do you go willingly?
I do, but I'm staring at Crom the whole time, going slowly, basically slowing Anu down.
Okay. As you start to go away, you feel this presence leave you, as though you've made your decision. And Wisp and Masquerade, on the other end, you feel the tug on the handkerchiefs.
Yoink.
I need athletics checks from both of you.
You got it, boss. I'm so bad at these.
Exactly.
I'm using my
Rowan.
inspiration.
Okay.
Dirty.
You do have.
Dirty 20.
Don't forget you have advantage because you have advantage in all your rolls right now.
I don't.
Yes, you do, because you
Yeah,
got
you do.
splashed
I
with
put
water.
The water was splashed on you. Yes,
Well,
you do.
that's good. I still need to. No, that doesn't. My best roll was a 7 out of all 3 of those.
Okay. What did Wisp get?
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. So, Wisp, you're succeeding pretty well. Masquerade is struggling with their footing. This armor is something they aren't used to being in. And so it's really just kind of like a new experience. It's kind of throwing them off a little bit. And it feels almost like there's something slowing it down on the other side as well. And Masquerade and Wisp, both of you hear what sounds like crumbling earth, shifting stone. And you
From
now are
where?
aware of the wall that was around the clearing. And you see this massive image of Crom come to life as it plows through the trees, coming into the clearing, its mouth opening wide as you hear this unholy "Ah!"
Yep, time to go.
And it is officially initiative order.
Have we gotten them out of the water yet, or are they still on their way up?
You haven't gotten them out of the water yet.
Oh, for God's sake.
Just that one my initiative roll again. This
Wow.
die is getting put in timeout.
That is absolutely valid.
Or cleansed. I will cleanse it first and see if it behaves itself.
That's a nat 20 on the initiative roll.
Okay, so that means Wisp is going first. What does Anu get? What does Nim get?
Oh,
Thanks.
we're rolling initiative even on the
Yep,
water.
your
Okay.
initiative too.
16.
All right. What does Wisp or what does Nim get?
6.
6. Okay. So Wisp, you are up first. What are you doing, ma'am?
How far is this thing away from us at present?
It is maybe 20 feet away, and you notice now that its entire body has encircled the clearing, so that now there is no way out.
All right. Its head is in front of us, I'm assuming.
Its head is in front of you, and you notice that inside it, there is this massive yellow gemstone that whenever the petals close, it is hidden again.
I want to send a fireball down its throat.
Okay. Go ahead and give me. You know what? It's a dexterity roll, isn't it?
It's a dex save.
Oh, it rolled a natural 18.
That
Minus
will do it.
2.
Minus 2. That'll still clear it.
Okay. So you do half damage.
Yes. So let me roll for that. I did it at 4th level again.
Okay.
Use the 4th.
So, when you half it, do you round up or down?
You round down.
So 17.
17. Okay. So 17 for to hit.
No,
to damage. I'm
17 damage because
17 damage.
because he succeeded on the save, so it was half the damage. I rolled 35 for damage, but because he made the save, he gets half that, so it's 17.
Okay. Sorry, I saw the armor class is also 17, so I got a little confuzzled. But now you know what the armor class is, people.
Yes, now we know.
Okay. And yeah, it takes 17 damage. This fire blasts at it.
And I'm also designating Mask as my dance partner for right
Okay.
now. Which means if you want to take your reaction and do something right now, you can.
Okay. What can I do with it? I'm not usually your dance partner. I'm sorry.
You can do basically any standard action. It
Oh.
uses up your reaction for this round. So if something happens later, you don't get a reaction to it.
That's
But
okay.
but as far as what you can do with it, basically anything.
Let's. Yeah. Is there a thing for me to firebolt?
Yeah. If you want to try to get it in the mouth.
I do. I very much do. I don't think an 8 is gonna hit though.
An 8 is not going to hit.
Nah.
No, so it just goes wide.
I tried.
Do you have a movement you want to do, Wisp? Do you want to inspire with movement? Anything like that?
Okay. Okay.
I'm gonna give since the other two aren't up yet, I'm gonna give a bardic inspiration to Mask.
Okay.
And
Thank you.
for the time being, I'm gonna
For the
hold
time
my ground.
being.
Although, question for point of reference:
Mm-hmm.
how deep in this thing's gullet is that glow that you described?
It is not deep at all. In fact, it is a gemstone that just is the throat, basically.
It's uvula.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, I'm good. All right, I'm good for now.
Okay. It is its turn. It is going to try to attack Wisp. Because you were more effective, that is not going to hit you. I already know. So now it gets to use its secondary thing that is nasty. I need both of you to make a charisma saving throw.
14.
14. That is exactly what you need. Masquerade, what did you get?
21.
Okay, both of you succeed. So both of you start feeling this intense desire starting to whelm within you, starting to consume you. But you manage to stave it off, knowing that right now your main focus is Anu and Nim and getting them out of the water. And with that, it is, speaking of Anu and Nim, Anu, it's your turn. What are you doing?
I'm tugging harder on Nim so we can get out of the water quicker.
Okay, Nim, are you willing?
Okay, so where Crom was, is Crom still underwater or is now out of water? Do I still see?
the humanoid shape is starting to unravel
Mm-hmm.
from the weeds and everything, and you get the sense that whatever was there is not there anymore.
All right, so I turn and go willingly now.
Okay.
Feeling like I've made probably the better decision, but also I'm not sure.
All right, so Anu, you don't have to roll, and you guys can both plunge from the surface of the pool in this round, and you see this terrifying centipede monster with a flower mouth as a statue, just staring up at all of you, towering over you, its body encircling the clearing so that you can't just leave.
Oh yeah, by the way, that stone is a centipede? I was gonna tell you when you woke up, but Nim had to go take a dip in the pool.
And, yeah, Anu, you can still get a bonus action if you want to.
Alright, I'm gonna... You said there's you said the uvula is in its mouth?
Uh-huh.
The mouth open?
Yep.
That's where I'm hitting.
Okay.
Do I want to do firebolt or do I want to do crossbow? Do I get sneak attack?
You do, because you have people that are within, immediate range of it.
Alright. Just, prepare a, cheer on for me, Nim.
Gotcha.
Alright, let me see. I'm gonna do 2d10s. I think I'm gonna do firebolt.
Firebolt. Okay. Go ahead and make that attack roll then.
Alright. Okay, hang on. And how much is the cheering?
The cheering?
Yeah.
My
Wait,
encouragement.
I have it. Oh,
She
wait, hang
hasn't
on.
cheered for you because you haven't rolled your attack yet.
No, okay, I have a question. Oh, I thought encouragement was for the hit, wasn't it?
It is.
But I do have it.
But you have to succeed or fail first.
Okay. Do I have... I still have advantage though, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let's try that first. 18.
18 will hit.
Yeah!
Roll your
Okay.
damage.
Oh, why did I do that? I forgot that you're lagging. You bitch. While that rolls, I'm gonna do... Sorry, give me 1 second. 29.
29. Okay. So, you in fact... Oh my gosh, 29. That's wild.
Sneak attack, sneak attack, sneak attack.
Yeah, for real. Okay. So you blast this thing, this fire from your fingertips, and explodes in the creature's mouth. And it unleashes another just unholy roar I'm not going to put you guys through again. And, yeah, that means that we are up to Nim.
Nim has shaken enough cobwebs out and would like to add insult to injury.
All right.
So, when a creature within 120 feet of you that you can see or hear takes damage from an attack or spell, you can use your... Oh, it's a reaction. Never mind.
It is a reaction.
So I can react to a news...
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so they're going to take additional psychic damage equal to my charisma modifier.
Okay. All right. So your charisma modifier is 2 or 3?
3.
3. All right. So just 3 more psychic damage compounded. And additionally, when you do that, because you guys dealt psychic damage now, you get a vision. You see the Wendigo curse when it was taking hold. You see in that temple how Crom warped the magic there. How these elves, the vengeance in their hearts, the desire, the hunger they had for revenge against these things, twisted and corrupted, allowing for Crom to influence this spirit that then possessed them. It took over them, and it started to spread. And that's all you see right now.
Okay.
And now it is Nim's, that was your reaction, so what are you doing for your action?
I am going to just get into a position where I can be of support to anybody who needs encouragement or, but still within range to potentially discourage Crom if necessary.
Okay. All right. So, next we have, Masquerade. What are you choosing to do?
I'm gonna cast Magic Missile.
Okay, just roll that damage then.
Doo-doo-doo-doo. 11. All right, you guys have dealt a third of this thing's hit points already. And because you hit it with force damage, you see, Masquerade, now what seems to be images flooding your brain of different locations you've never been to in the world. And you start to see that more of these creatures are exploding from the earth in different places. One of them in the middle of a keep that you've never seen, with a battle raging with an army of undead all surrounding it. Yep.
And just as you start hearing this ethereal screech, your vision cuts away. And you're back to the present. Yes.
So, since that's my dance partner just went, I can do something.
You absolutely can.
Question. Is the mouth currently open? How high up is it if it is? Give me positioning here.
So the mouth is open. It's about 30 feet up. Maybe 35.
Does the overall body still appear to be made of stone, or has it changed into something else?
The overall body is still stone here.
I want to climb it. I want to get up to as close to the mouth as I can with this turn, with this action.
All right, use athletics for me, please.
Athletics.
If you want to use acrobatics, you can substitute that.
No, athletics I'm actually slightly better in. And so that's a 22.
22. All right, you can make it up to the mouth. You are Shadow of the Colossusing this thing as you claw your way up to it, and you are now right near where the mouth is.
All right.
And
yeah. I'm assuming that is my action for this. I'm assuming you're not going to let me do anything else.
I will say that can be your movement.
Ooh.
So.
All right. I want to tell you what I want to try and do.
Okay.
I want to reach in this thing's mouth and try and do greater restoration on the crystal.
Oh, okay. I need you to make an Arcana roll for me.
Okay.
Because you're using the spell not quite in the way it's intended, but...
I'm aware.
Yeah. But I really like where you're going with this. And Rule of Cool triumphs all.
So that is a...
Here on the floor.
That is a 23.
23. All right. I want you to roll your fireball damage at the highest spell slot level you can muster.
And that ends up being 32.
32.
God damn.
All right. So you blast this thing with a greater restoration. And when you do, you guys see that the jewel itself starts cracking. And like these shards start breaking off of it as it coughs it out. And Wisp, you get a vision. You see elves, moon elves, just lying, unconscious, motionless, and mostly clothed in only tatters, all over a forest floor, surrounded by blood, but you see that some of them are still changing from a Wendigo back into elves.
Yeah.
Whatever you've done, it seems it's working on the other side. And yeah, so now it is Crom's turn. I need everyone to start by making a charisma saving throw.
How dare you? Oh, I got a nat 20.
Oh!
Name ain't falling for any of this underworld shit anymore.
That's an 18.
Eight.
That's
17.
so much for the advantage on these rolls, Steven. Seriously.
That's a 14.
14. All right, and Masquerade, what did you get?
17.
17. Everybody succeeded. As once again, you start feeling this overwhelming desire just claiming your heart, and all of you with your resolve to be together, to fight this together. You stave it off. The power of friendship. Yes, indeed. Now let's just see if the power of friendship can save you from its tremor attack. Actually, no, it isn't an attack roll. I'm sorry, you guys make dexterity saves now.
Oh, I'm tired of saving.
Question.
Yes.
Tremor implies ground shaking. I'm on this thing directly.
The way
Am
it
I
does
still
it,
impacted by this?
it slams its face into the ground.
Okay.
And like yellow light erupts in crevices all around. So, yeah,
Fair.
you have to do
Fair.
it.
Fair. What's the save?
DC 14.
No, I'm the stat. I mean, Dex. You said?
Dex.
Dex. 21.
All right.
Oh, snap. I was looking at the wrong one.
I'd like everybody to know I used advantage, but then I also used my inspiration and I still only got 13. So, here we are.
Okay.
Are
It's
we
not
all
very
making
dexterous.
dex saves?
Everyone. This is an
I got a
area.
I got a 16 because I realized I wasn't looking at my proper modifiers.
Okay. Oh dear.
21.
I rolled almost max on this, I want you guys to know.
How dare you?
So, everyone who rolled under a 14 is going to take 42 damage.
What? Holy
42
balls.
bludgeoning damage, and everyone
Are
who
you still,
saved
are you still
takes
standing,
21.
Nim?
Barely. Or everybody that was over, you said?
Everyone who's over takes 21. Everyone
Oh.
who was under takes 42. And that is all Crom can do this turn. Anu, you're up.
Okay.
I thought I was first in
No.
the order, wasn't I?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you just went.
No,
No.
that was my freaking
Reaction.
dance partner.
Oh, okay. Well,
action.
then go ahead and go with your actions.
Thank you. All right. So I guess my first question is, based off what just happened, are we assuming I got shaken off the creature itself, or am I still clinging?
You can try to make an athletics roll to stay on if you want to stay on.
I think I'm actually okay to bail.
Okay.
Just because I don't think another hit of Greater Restoration is going to do it again. I'm not assuming that at this point. Whatever I was going to get from that, I got it.
Make an Arcana roll.
Oh, okay. 17.
17. So you can tell that, like, you did damage to it with that, but it could take another and it would damage it again. because
Okay,
that's how
so
this
let me
thing's
do an
working.
Excuse me.
Oh,
Let
go
me do an athletics roll to try and stay on then.
Okay. Yeah, this thing basically is corruption. And so anything you do to try to heal or remove corruption is going to hurt it.
Okay, so that is an 18.
18. That will succeed. You are still on top of the thing.
Okay. I'm going to greater restoration the crystal again.
Okay. So make that Arcana check for me one more time. For the,
One more
it's
time.
functioning as an attack roll, basically.
16. I think. Oh, no. Yes, 16.
All
Sorry.
right. So that does not quite make it.
But Nim is there to cheer and encourage.
If only Nim could encourage you.
Nim is kind of shocked from that last feeling. She's like, "You can do it, Wisp! Oh god, please, you can do it! Oh god!"
So, in fact, that brings you over what you needed. So, yeah, you can go ahead and roll your fireball dice again at that highest level.
All right. Let's see. 39.
39. Oh my gosh. This thing is hurting, but it's still up.
Hurt
It
it
is
harder.
bloodied now, functionally. It has cracks forming all across the body. Yellow light peeking through. And, yeah. Do you have anything else you're doing?
I am going to, since I have to redesignate it at the start of each round. I'm going to set Anu as a dance partner for this round.
Okay.
And as a bonus action, let's do. Hang on, 1 second. I'm going to do healing word to Nim.
Okay.
So, and I'm doing that at 5th level.
Okay.
And so that is going to be 12 points of healing.
All right. And Wisp, as you use that greater restoration again, you see a keep. You've never seen it before, surrounded by all manner of Crom spawn, fighting an entire army, an army against an army, and you see this green bird composed of flame shooting up in this brilliant, gigantic display from within the keep. And that's all you get.
Works for me.
And now we are at Anu, actually, because I inadvertently skipped.
Well, first she can play off my action as a dance partner before
that's
we get
true.
to her turn
bet.
proper.
Okay. Am I still getting sneak attack?
Yes.
Okay, good to know. All right.
Take it down.
Okay. Woo, 17.
17 will hit.
All right.
Roll that
let's-
damage.
All right, let's do the firebolt damage first. It's 2d10s. Where'd I put my 10 at? Okay. 15. And then 5d6s, right? Okay. Okay, hang on. I gotta do this math real quick. Hang on. Oh. $29. Again.
All right, so you hit. Or is that your damage?
That's my damage.
That's your
29.
damage. Okay, 29.
17
Wow.
was the hit. Mhm.
Okay, you guys are not going to believe this. That is exactly the amount you needed to defeat this thing. So how do you want to do this?
I'm turning that firebolt and whoosh, like Zeus right at the crystal.
All right, and when you hit it, the crystal shatters, and all of the yellow immediately fades into this non-gem gray as the entire thing starts crumbling to ash. Wisp, make an acrobatics check, because you're falling.
All right. Yep. 14.
14, you succeed and manage to land on your feet. And, in fact, you guys find yourselves in the clearing. And then you realize that beyond the ashy wall that is formed around this clearing, you see an outlet. But the outlet leads to a familiar forest near a cavern with a bay, where there were once pirates that took Wisp. But this bay is bustling and in good repair. And in fact, it seems that while it's still raining there too, and it is nighttime, this bay is bustling. The lantern lights are gleaming into the darkness. And you see what looks like... No, it can't be. But then the voice is her. Masquerade, you hear Angelique commanding the men all around these ships. You must hurry. We must be quick. The Queen's makeup jubilee is upon us. Also, Masquerade, give me an insight check. Or perception, your choice.
Oh, I will never choose perception if I have another option. Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Angelique is older than you remember.
Oh, I'm so mad.
And that is where we're going to leave it for tonight. So, yeah, that was the session. You guys beat the big bad boss. Thank you, guys. Thank you to everyone.
In less than 2 rounds.
Yeah.
Less than 2 rounds.
Indeed. Yeah, you guys did an awesome job. You guys really, slayed it in every sense. And, yeah, you guys are home. And, yeah, that's where we're going to leave it. So thank you guys for watching. Thank you to the players. You guys are amazing, as always. I love gaming with these guys. They are all fantastic. And, yeah, until next time, everybody, make sure to tell your story your way. Bye.